bestbookbits.com brings you 5-minute books. Today we're going through Viktor Frankl, A Man's Search for Meaning. Life is not a quest for pleasure, but for meaning. The 3 possible sources of meaning. Work, by doing something significant. Love, by caring for another person. Courage during difficult times. You cannot control what happens to you in life, but you can always control what you feel and do about what happens to you. When a man finds that it is his destiny to suffer, he will have to accept that he's suffering as his task. His unique opportunity lies in the way in which he bears his burden. To find a meaning in one's life is the primary motivational force in man. This meaning is unique and specific and can only be fulfilled by him alone. What matters is not the meaning of life in general, but rather the specific meaning of a person's life at a given moment. It is here that we encounter the central theme of existentialism. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning in the suffering. Don't aim at success. The more you aim at it and make it a target, the more you're going to miss it. For success, like happiness, cannot be pursued. It must ensue, and it only does so as the unintended side effect of one's dedication to a cause greater than oneself, or as a byproduct of one's surrender to a person other than oneself. Happiness must happen, and the same holds for success. You have to let it happen by not caring about it. If you are stuck in a rut or having trouble, then once a year take a mental break for 28 days and hire an elite coach to map out your next 12 months with your top 5 hard goals and set up a clear roadmap strategy. Don't waste time thinking it's a good idea to do this yourself. The juice is in the feedback. Do yourself a favor and book a free discovery call in with me using the link below for me to personally, one-on-one, map out your next 12 months to success. Do it now, link below, back with the summary. Love goes very far beyond the physical person of the beloved. The attempt to develop a sense of humor and to see things in humorous light is some kind of trick learned while mastering the art of living. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. He who has a right to live can bear with almost anyhow. It did not really matter what we expected from life, but rather what life expected from us. Man's search for meaning is the primary motivation in his life and not a secondary rationalization of instinctual drives. This meaning is unique and specific in that it must and can be fulfilled by him alone. Only then does it achieve a significance which will satisfy his own will to meaning. What man actually needs is not a tensionless state, but rather a striving and struggling for a worthwhile goal, a freely chosen task. What he needs is not the discharge of tension at any cost, but the core of potential meaning waiting to be fulfilled by him. One should not search for the abstract meaning of life. Everyone has his own specific vocation or mission of life to carry out a concrete assignment which demands fulfillment. Therein he cannot be replaced, nor can his life be repeated. Thus, everyone's task is as unique as is his specific opportunity to implement it. By declaring that man is responsible and must actualize the potential meaning of his life, I wish to stress that the true meaning of life is to be discovered in the world rather than within man or his own psyche, as though it were a closed system. The more one forgets himself by giving himself to a cause or serve another person to love, the more human he is and the more actualized himself. Man is not fully conditioned and determined, but rather determines himself whether he gives it conditions or stands up to them. Man is ultimately self-determining. Man does not simply exist, but always decides what his existence will be, what he will become in the next moment. A human being is not one thing among others. Things determine each other, but man is ultimately self-determining what he becomes within the limits of endowment and environment he has made of himself. Love is the only way to grasp another human being in the innermost core of his personality. In some way, suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning, such as the meaning of a sacrifice. What is to give light must endure burning. So live as if you were living already for the second time, and as if you had acted the first time as wrongly as you are about to act now. For the first time in my life, I saw the truth as it is set into the song of so many poets, proclaimed by the final wisdom by so many thinkers. The truth that love is the ultimate and highest goal to which man can aspire. And that's a wrap on this 5-minute book summary. If you want the long version summary, click the link below to download this. We at Best Book Bits have done over 1,000 book summaries in video, written, and audio format, so check us out at bestbookbits.com. Now, really, if you need a break, take 28 days off and let me coach you one-on-one to map out your high, hard goals, make a clear goal strategy and roadmap for your next 12 months. Book a free discovery call in with me using the link below. Look forward to meeting you there. Take care. Have an amazing day.